going on, man? I'm L Mott. Y'all know what it is. Student, artist, CEO, interviewer. I get it in, man. Y'all know what it is. Author. I got many a man of many hats. A Renaissance man, That's what it is, man. Y'all
You
tell me.
heard, man. You did. Tell them where you from, dog.
You know what I'm saying? I'm from a place called Harvey, Louisiana. You know what I'm saying? If you're in the 504 area, you know it as the West Bank, the West Side. I ain't talking Algiers. Algiers is that was the start of New Orleans. I'm talking about after you come behind Algiers and you venture all past Terrytown, past Gretna, you got Harvey. You know where that tunnel at, where everybody across the river right now know where that club at on Manhattan. You hear me? I'm gonna say that.
Facts. You heard me? But you say you're an artist, dog. What age you started making music? You heard me?
Well, I started conceiving music like at 7 years old. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh, damn.
Yeah, I've been getting it in. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I've been real young, dealing with the music scene. And my mama used to write, and come to find out, my dad, they Jamaicans, but my grandpa, they really like in tune with the music.
Right.
So really, I got a whole nother situation going on with that. I just not
Right.
got a chance to actually come across my grandpa, and he actually sung. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? I had a famous aunt named, her name was Ann Root, and
Name
an
sound
uncle too
familiar.
as well. Yeah, she was big in what he said it was China. I'm quoting him.
Okay.
So it was like it
Right.
was China, but I'll have it because I tape recorded it, but I never released it.
Okay.
But it was it's
You recorded the conversation?
yeah, the conversation.
That's dope.
I had to record the
Right.
conversation
It was
because
that
he
dope.
old
Right.
and then he getting up and he was going to pull out, these boxes. He had it in a box.
Right.
You know when the old people got stuff in a
Yeah,
box.
yeah. It's vintage.
Yeah,
It's vintage for
yeah.
sure.
I'm saying box. I mean a suitcase.
Okay.
He had it in an old school suitcase, and he
Right.
with the charm. He had newspaper clippings, and he was charming. He
Like the real deal. It's
yeah, he was
official.
like the real deal. He
Right.
was like really, and he also told me what's this guy that he played the voice of God. He always played God all the time. The black guy,
Oh, not James Earl Jones.
not James. The other one, man. He played God. He played in the movie Seven.
Oh,
See, that was his first cousin.
what's his name, man? I know exactly what you talking about. I'm gonna get it.
You know
I'm
what
gonna
I'm
get
talking
it.
about.
I know
You
exactly
know
what
what
you
I'm
talking with the
talking
little
about.
bush, with the little gray bush.
Yeah,
I
he
know exactly who
he
you
cold. He
talking.
cold.
Farming, it's something like that.
Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freeman.
Yeah,
man.
so Morgan Freeman.
Fucking
So
nigga don't know Morgan
yeah, that's
Freeman.
crazy.
This
Yeah,
bitch.
my man, Mark, but
Man.
Mark's supposed to be kin to me,
Right.
according to my grandpa and his sons. You hear me? So
That's dope.
yeah, that was his first cousin, but he just showing me because I was telling him about my music. He just went to
Right.
whooping stuff out. I'm like, oh, all right. So that's where the lineage come from on the cool.
Right.
So we tapped in.
Right. All the way.
We had a blues singer. We tapped all the way. So that's why.
Right.
And I've been doing it like professionally 7. My other brother, he was doing it as well. So
Believe that. So, like, tell me, like, what's your like musical influences? Like, I know for sure you're gonna say some people from the city, but they don't gotta be just from the city.
well, I'm gonna say this with music, it's everything. Cause I'm a hip hop baby, but I grew up on the music video box. Like
Facts.
I grew up on that. You know, I know I'm
Facts.
telling my age that did my
Facts.
birthday. It's cool.
You heard me?
feel what I'm saying?
Happy
I ain't doing
birthday,
no tripping.
brother.
I'm embracing.
You heard me? Believe that.
Yeah, I'm embracing my. You know what I'm saying?
Believe that.
Yeah, I'm still young. You know what it
Believe.
is. So I ain't doing no tripping.
Straight like that.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's like the music video box, and you got Kurt Cobain, you got all these different artists that we seen from Nickelback to
Facts.
Tupac and we used to blow my mama shit up.
Right.
Like we getting cussed out, ass
Right.
whippings behind
Right.
ordering.
Facts.
Yeah, you
Oh,
know what I'm
facts.
saying? Yeah.
Oh,
So
facts.
that's what it is. So
Right.
I grew up in that era. So my influences was just music itself.
Period.
Yeah. So I don't I can't really just extend it to hip hop.
Dope.
Just and leave it right there because then I'd be lying.
Right.
So I ain't gonna do that.
Right. Look, I seen you on Fat and shit. You know, I done seen you like do a bunch of interviews and shit. You ever thought about like getting into media?
Oh, I do. I have a media company already. It's called the NOLA Unplugged.
Believe that.
So I actually did a documentary, 2-part documentary called the NOLA Unplugged.
Right.
It is
That's what the logo with the headphones and shit. That ain't you.
no, they ain't got the headphones
Okay,
on.
I might be thinking about something
no, you got the NOLA plug. It's not the NOLA plug.
That's what I'm thinking about.
Yes,
Okay.
NOLA
The
Unplugged.
Unplugged.
Yeah, that was ain't no shade, but that was
Right,
before
right,
the.
right. Right, for sure, for sure.
Yeah, we was
It was
here,
unplugged
yeah,
first.
Yeah, we was here first.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't no shade, Darren, but I fuck with you.
You heard me?
But we was here first. He know because I dropped signs on him. You know what I'm saying? On his endeavors. You know what I'm saying? I gave him some juice and let him. You know what I'm saying? I'm always showing love. So I fuck with him.
As you should.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it's me, Taz Falcon. It's Two Worlds Media. He's the guy behind all the technical things. You know what I'm saying? I see you got it all technical.
Right.
Yeah, so that's
he got that. Yeah, he
got
that job.
Yeah, he the tech side. I mean, he's an interviewee as well.
Right.
And it's me and him. We started the company together. And
how long y'all been having that?
We've been having it for a minute. Like we actually we did the podcast before podcasts were popular.
Right.
Like you go look up on iTunes and you go look it up. You can go back and see the data.
We already doing that shit.
We was doing it. You know what I'm saying? So, but at the same time, like we use our platform for right now is just really just showing love. Right. We give free promotion. We don't charge. We just show the city love. You know what I'm saying?
Just trying to circulate that love.
That's what it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? And another thing is like far as popularity, like you got guys who go up to people who be popular, this and that. So we try to find the less popular person and give them a platform. That's what we try to do. That's the difference between.
Dope.
That's what
for sure.
The
norm.
Yeah, the norm.
The norm.
And listen, to each his own.
Right.
The way you run your platform is your platform.
Facts.
I'm not shitting on your platform. I'm just saying that's the way we approached it.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts. What's the most important life lesson you ever learned coming from where you from?
So many of them, but
I already knew that was gonna fuck you up.
That's the most important life lesson coming from where I'm from, man.
Bro, I knew you was a deep one, bro, so I had to hit you with a deep one, bro. I
had
to.
See, because at the same time, I could go so
many,
in so many directions, and it's like, damn, life itself, I guess, the most important life lesson I could learn, I can't even say that because that would be, anything I say will really be weak in my mind.
Right, because it's so many.
Because it's so many. But I'm going to say something for the fact to answer the question and give the people something.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Man, my most important life lesson is when you're going through struggles, you put God first. But at the same time, when you're not going through struggles, I know it sounds cliche, you got to put God first.
Boom.
You feel what I'm saying? So, and it's not a cop-out because I'm using God. I know you're like, hold up. But at the same time,
fuck that.
It's what it is. It's like,
that's the source,
God
Jack.
level.
That's the source, Jack.
Yeah, God level. So you know what I'm saying. So that's how if you want to see the most important lesson, I could dub that as one of them but the most important lesson because, a lot of people we tend to get caught up in ourselves and we don't put God. We don't reverend God. Or we'll say, oh, I did it.
Ego.
Poofed up a pride and ego. I did it as selfishness, and we don't put God in a proper perspective and raise him to the highest. Everything I do, I raise him to the highest, even when I'm low.
Right.
When I'm low, I raise him to the highest. So I guess that he probably enabled me to get over so many struggles and internal pain. You know what I'm saying? So that's what that's about.
Right. Yeah. That was a real one. That was a real fucking answer. What? Fuck, man. What they don't know is, like, we had, like, an hour conversation before we even got here. You know what I'm saying? Like, some of the jewels you was dropping on me is, like, bro, like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, like I said, bro, I seen you, you know what I'm saying, come home from doing the jokes. You know what I'm saying? And, started doing interviews. Like I said, like I told you, I ain't even listen to your music first. I watch your interviews.
Thanks.
And that shit just, like, I ain't never did a juice. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I pride of that. You know what I'm saying? Because most niggas, they got a lot of niggas out here that'll try to live that life just cause. You know what I'm saying? And it's people like you that done really been through this shit, like really, really been through this shit. And you don't glorify it, but you do put the awareness there of it. It's not like you run from your story. Right. Some people done been through that type of shit and they try to shun it and run from it. You know what I'm saying? You embrace that shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's different. Like, so, like, what's the, because like I said, I never did a juice. What what is the mental capacity that a nigga need to have to like do 3 years?
I'm gonna tell you about a Jose, all right? In order to do a Jose, you gotta do it in your mind first.
Facts.
So say for instance, if I'm sitting in front of the judge and he's saying, man, we offering you 20 years. Yeah, like if you can't sit there and be like, what? Let's say a young person at 17.
Right.
I went in at 17, so I did, you know what I'm saying, my longest stretch at 17.
Right.
So a young person at 17, I'm doing the numbers like, all right, cool, I'm going to come home after, 9 years, I'll be about 25.
Right.
I could do that because I did it in my mind first.
Right.
I'm looking at my age, but a person at 40, they talking about, man, giving him 20 years, he looking like, damn, 40,
so
50, 60. That's like baby life.
Man.
Because it's like you already lost half of your life, just dealing with growth, period.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So I tell a person, man, you have to do it in your mental first, man. You got to do it in your mind. But it's so crazy because Malcolm X suggested, that every man spend 1 year in prison to get his mind in order and, to actually reflect.
That solitude.
That solitude because, like, I see it all the time, like your manifestation, just, being by self or with self, just like Buddha. Buddha went set up under a tree. He sat under a tree, he dealt with self. That's where it started. So if you going in there by yourself, you're going to think of every thought that you could try to think of.
Right.
So for 3 years, man, like, everybody going to do time different. Some people, it's not built for time because some people don't have the capacity to how can I say, stand from within. That makes sense. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, to stand from within, like, because I done seen people tie the rope around their neck.
Damn.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, literally. You feel what I'm saying? Actually, matter of fact, I ain't gonna lie. When I was young, if the dude, I don't know where he at right now, but I apologize because I talked the man. I was josing with him and talked him into, putting the rope around his neck.
Damn.
So I talked him into it, but I'm not knowing. At the time, I'm young. I was in my youth. I was in my youth. I ain't really know, but
you don't know better,
man, dude, man. Because I've been getting so many debts in my family.
Right.
So I apologize. I'm gonna send somebody a positive karma back
out
there
so I
can reverse the curse. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
But I apologize for that because I gotta stand on that.
I ain't gonna lie, that was another dope answer you gave because, like you said, that shit start from yourself. So I agree with Malcolm X on that. I wouldn't say that all men should go to those type of jails where it's, you know what I'm saying, it's fucking with our mental and like they throw niggas in a hole 24/1 and shit. That ain't normal. If you're not built for it.
If you're not built for it. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's crazy, bro. Rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? My father just died. What he used to do, me and my brother.
Sorry for your loss, bro.
Yeah, he got us prepared for prison, for lack of better words. He did, though. But because he was militant.
Right.
And our punishment would to be watch Malcolm X, actually. Like, not the movie. I'm talking about black and white.
The real.
He was a Muslim and he was militant. You know what I'm saying? I got to speak on it because it's so fresh on my mind.
Fact.
But the thing is, he will put us on rice. Like, y'all probably don't know nothing about this.
Right.
Hard flow with rice.
Wait, say it again?
Like, rice that's in the bag that you cook with,
Mm-hmm.
he would take and tell us, man, this is our punishment. He would put the rice
and
on the floor,
and
you gotta go nail on
I
the
definitely
rice.
know about that shit.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I definitely grew up with that.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
for sure.
Like, a lot of people don't know about that rice.
For sure. What?
Yeah. So
that rice ain't nothing to fucking play with,
you see
boy.
what I'm saying? Like,
that shit real.
That's how I come up. Like, so what he'll do, he'll give us phone books.
Ooh.
And we'll sit with the phone books. You can't drop the phone book because if you drop that phone book, he's gonna beat you. You good. So what he would do, he was like, man, boom, he'll have his closet and he'd be like, yeah, because the way y'all acting, when y'all going at, y'all gonna have to be strong to take, mentally.
Right.
And I ain't understood it, but he'll put me and my brother, we'll be in that bitch phone books in our hand, like, what the fuck, how we gonna get out this?
Right.
Trying to mastermind our way outside this closet.
Some shit, right.
The whole while he got us in the cell. So he kind of really isolated us when we was young.
Right.
Kind of like, it might, so some people it might seem harsh.
Right.
But at the same time, it's like, damn, he knowing the parallels and he knowing the environment that we in and he understanding. He had foresight.
It's a fucking chance.
Yeah, exactly. So the likelihood of us going to prison was like
higher than
it
most.
was high. You see what I'm saying?
Than most.
Especially with the attitudes and the way we're approaching it. We approach it with violence. You know So I go to school, I beat on children, I slap, like, you know, this was in my youth.
Right.
I just walk into class and the teacher don't want to let me do something, I just go to smacking the kids.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, so I was mentally, I'm gonna say he took part of that too, though. He took part of that too because, you know, I feel like he used to treat me a certain kind of way, but once I end up being violent, he kind of applauded on the cool.
Right.
So he made me a victimized predator to where I would. So I'm like, well, damn, this is gonna make him happy. I'm gonna, I'm gonna go with my move.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
I gotta handle that.
Yeah,
right.
You know, so it's like, you know, it was to and fro, but at the same time, he just didn't want me to be weak.
Thanks.
You know, like, you know, he was skillful in boxing.
Right.
And my brother, he was skillful. My brother was a black belt, rest in peace. He passed away too. That was his son.
Right.
And he was a black belt. He had, you know what I'm saying? He had the nigga had the gloves.
Right.
He had the street fighting, like he had it all.
He like a kickboxer more.
He was just cold.
Right.
Like, because, you know, we grew up on, you know, on the west side, like we fought first.
Right.
So it's like, you know, we'll fight.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you had to know how to use your hands.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah. Damn, that's dope. Growing up with your daddy was a boxer. Like that boy used to like really teach you some real shit. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He would make was fucking niggas up.
He would make me and my brother get in the backyard and fight for hours in gloves.
Right.
Like I'm talking about, like, you know, he colder than me because my brother, you know, he older, but at the same time he black belt and I ain't get that training.
Yeah.
He had to train me.
Right.
He had him, you know, for hours. I'm in crime. I'm never giving up.
Right.
But I'm fighting him.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? I'm fighting him, and it's like, because it's like my brother. I'm like, man, why are you hitting me, man?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you know, then it's like, you know, I had to tank up. You know how it is.
Yeah.
You keep going.
You had to handle it.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? But hey, I know growing up with that type of shit, like
it was militant. It was real militant in that. So that's why I'm saying, like, I was kind of prepared for the prison, but you know, I hate to say it that way, but that's just what it was because he kind of prepared us. But so that's why I see when I go back, not, you know, to that answer that you were saying, it's like, man, it's got to be mentally. You gotta be mentally inclined because certain dudes it's like a breeding ground for homosexuality.
Right.
You know, it's like Sodom and Gomorrah, like right there in modern day time. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Which is we living in it now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I speak on you. I'm a man of God level. So you know what I'm standing for.
Facts.
You feel what I'm saying? So at the same time, you know, and to each his own personal preference, but you know, I'm rocking with God.
Believe
that's
that.
what it is.
As you should.
You feel what I'm saying? And at the same time, so when you view it from that aspect, you're like, well, damn, all right, cool. So certain dudes are weak. You know what I'm saying? They weak. They can't be alone. They might, you know what I'm saying? They got some of them confused, and you know that's what you get inside of prison. You get blues. You know what I'm saying? I don't watch people give up their stoves. You know, their mama probably paid for hard on money. You never know what she did.
Up and all that.
She could have been slept.
Right.
Turned tricks for the money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You ain't just giving this shit away like
you got to die behind it.
I was about to say, you ain't trying to put your life on the line.
What's up with the dignity? You feel what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You got to have dignity. You know what I'm saying? Self-preservation.
I love mom too much. Fuck that. And I know how hard my mom work. Ain't nothing about
nothing for me. You know what I'm saying?
I gotta go. I gotta go about that.
It's crazy. Prison is crazy, man. I don't advise nobody to go there.
Fact.
But I understood what Malcolm X was saying.
I ain't gonna lie. That's the first time I can honestly say somebody really broke it down to me like that, in that way. You right. Y'all right. You and Malcolm X is right. Motherfuckers should really. You not gonna go nowhere in this world without first learning yourself first.
You have to learn yourself.
You gotta tap into yourself first.
You have to tap into self. They got this book. I forget who wrote it, called Know Thyself, and it's on the ancient pyramids in ancient Ethiopia. They used to have on the tombs was written "Know Thyself."
Right.
So in the culture, they used to teach us, like, they'll go in there and they'll teach us about self first. It'll be an eternal thing.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. And I think we get away from that. So, you know what I mean? If you got kids, you should teach them how to be unique, original.
For sure.
Themselves.
I preach that to my kids.
You know what I'm saying?
Preach it to them. Another thing we was talking about when we was on our little jokes, because we definitely jokes before we even got here.
Yeah, most definitely.
But you was telling me about a list you had.
Oh, yeah.
That you made before you came home.
Yeah,
let's talk about that.
Yeah, so, I mean, when the new people would come, so, all right, put it like this. I wanted to, I know I'm rapping. So everybody, oh, man, you the coldest, this and the third.
Right.
But I'm like, well, damn, so I started trying to figure out, I'm looking at the marketplace. So the first thing I did was, and like I was telling you about this Ray Hertha, shout out Ray Hertha.
Shout out Ray, man.
Yeah.
You heard, but that was a dope story. Facts. I
Doggy
would
tag.
love to beat him. You heard me?
He's all
Believe
content.
that.
So Ray, we started looking into what I'm saying, population.
Mhm.
Because we looked at the population, we look at all right, Louisiana, what population 4 million. We look at Caddo Parish. We look at their population. That's around, Shreveport.
Right.
We look at Lafayette, their population. Then we come all the way down to East Baton Rouge, West Baton Rouge, all the way to Jefferson Parish to New Orleans Parish,
Right.
and just through and through, but all the major cities from Monroe, everywhere. So we look at the map, and we look at the population, and we say, all right, cool. So what's in this population? Because that's going to help me attack the market.
For sure.
Because it's a marketplace.
For
And
sure.
anytime you got people, that's like, when I see people, that's like me going to a concert, you going to a concert. When I look in that concert, I'm not looking at people that just in the concert.
Right.
I'm looking at what the ticket costs and how much money that's in the building.
Right.
Versus, you say, oh, I'm just coming to see the star, but
Right.
I'm really looking at the money like, damn, look at all this money in this
Right.
building.
Because it'd be a lot of it. It'd be a lot of it. So
You feel what I'm saying? So
Right.
that's how I view the market.
Right.
So what that prompted me to do was figure out who was hot. Because I'm like, well, damn, sure, because it was this thing. And this is before Wayne did it. This is actually before Wayne did it. Like, it was like, I had these thoughts like in 2005, 6. Just before Wayne went to doing all the features.
Right.
I read a magazine. It was K. Slade and AZ talking.
Okay.
AZ Addict from
Y'all
New
know
York.
exactly what you're talking about. Come on, man. Come on,
Well,
don't
I'm
be
doing
that.
it for the people.
Yeah, okay, definitely. My bad. I'm still thinking we on the phone. My bad. My bad.
I gotta do it for the people. They might not know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
K. Slade's a DJ in New York. Shout out K. Slade. So
Big shout out, Kid.
All right, so they was asking K. Slade. It was like
And AZ.
and AZ too.
You heard me?
And K. Slade, they was asking him. It was like, man, how do you get all these people to mess with you when they don't really even mess with each other hoods?
Right.
Because in New York they got barrels.
Barrels, yeah. And it's separated.
And they separated.
Right.
And, it's kind of like, uptown.
Yeah, for
East
sure.
Bank, West Bank,
For
things
sure.
like that. But it's in its own little picture.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is, he got other people to rock with other people.
Right.
And how he did it, like he said, he was like, man, all I did was, AZ asked him that question, how did you do it? He said, what I did was, I add somebody from their barrel and somebody from their barrel, and they like, shit, damn, we rock with Cliche because he putting us on.
Right.
He putting my barrel on.
Right.
So they don't look at it, you know what I'm saying, in that sense. So
Right.
I started to look at it like, damn, so if I'm a take New Orleans, I gotta feature with everybody in New Orleans. You gotta think about it. Those people go to school, like, you know what I'm saying? Wherever you at, you went to school. You got your Instagram, and all the people that grew up with you follow you. So if we doing a song together, 9 times out of 10, the people that listen to you came from that are the people that you already acquired, but they gonna rock with you. So if they rocking with you, 9 times out of 10, if the song good and the verse good enough that I put on yours and how we collab or I collab good enough, they're gonna rock with me too.
Fact.
That's a vice versa thing.
Fact.
You know what I'm saying? And I had seen Boosie saying something like that. He said, man, like, when he opened up for somebody, he said he didn't care if he was getting one fan at a time.
Right.
At least he got somebody
Something.
when he jumped on that stage opening up for a person.
Facts.
You see what I'm saying? So that's the same concept.
Facts.
So what I'm saying is, what I did was I caught every guy that came from uptown, downtown, East Bank, West Bank, no matter what bank they was from.
Right.
I was asking them, man, who the hottest out there?
Right.
Who doing what?
Right.
And I would mark them down the list. I said, who you think I should do a song with?
Why are you in there?
While I'm in prison. Oh no! Man, listen. When it come to grind, I'm ghost status. I was going to work release when I acquired the music, like far as when I had it on, you know what I'm saying, YouTube and things of that nature.
Right.
I went back to prison. And when I went back, I'm writing on a piece of paper and I'm giving it to people and don't put your people on this, put your people on this.
Right.
So dudes, like when we would go to work release, they got females. We in Kansas.
Right.
We trying to holler, we trying
Right.
to go with the move.
Right.
You know, trying to get us like, yeah.
Right.
You gotta get, yeah. Work release.
Yeah.
Gotta get it, yeah. You know what I'm saying? I mean, work release,
Facts.
so it makes sense, like,
Right.
Logically. But
Right.
what I'm saying is, when I'm going, I'm telling the girl, look, excuse me, I don't want to holler at you.
Right.
That's my first line.
Right.
All I want you to do is go check the music. Oh, you do music? I'm going to go check it out. You got to remember, they from Bastrop, Monroe.
Right.
This and that. So I'm building a fan base while I'm in the can.
Right.
That's why I'm saying like I'm like the ultimate hustler.
He
Cause
was already working for you even.
I work in the can, out the can, whatever.
So you had that shit planned, like.
I'm strategically moving.
Facts.
It starts. It's like, well, damn. Because I was thinking, I was like, damn, I go out here every day. it's people that I don't know.
Right.
And they from here, and they gonna stay here, and they live here.
Right.
So I'm like, man, shit, let me mark this down. Oh, so man, come back. And I remember my partner, shout out my little partner, Hot, from Cali, because Hot, I was showing him the list. He like, damn, so he telling me certain little things, you know what I mean? Right. So I'm putting it down, and they showing me all these different 6'4" Poke, BTY, Youngin.
Rest in peace, Poke and BTY.
I'm talking about Cess was on the list. Yeah, rest in peace, Poke and BTY. Cess was on the list. Fitwall Weeby.
Right.
Greatness.
Rest in peace, Five. Rest in peace, Greatness.
Yeah, rest in peace, Greatness. I got songs with Greatness.
Right.
Youngin. I'm just saying, like, everybody that was on my list,
right.
from Snipe, I got songs with Snipe. Shout out Snipe, you know what I'm saying?
Chopper to the boy, believe that.
COP. You feel what I'm saying? Chopper to the boy, you know what it is. Raw Dizzy, I got songs with him.
That. Shout out Big Bro. Shout out Bro.
Cannibal, I got songs with him. These people were on the list before.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Came home.
Before I came home.
So let me ask you this. How many people left on the list?
Not that many.
So the list still exists?
Yeah, the list, I still got it at home.
That's
crazy, I got the list.
Dog.
Not that many. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like a few people, they had got the list.
Because you just named a lot of niggas' names.
Yeah.
And all them niggas is niggas in the city. Like,
yeah, in the city. I covered the whole ground.
Right.
Not only that, I got more lists. It ain't just a city list. I had the Baton Rouge list. I had the New York list. I got a New Jersey list. I got a West Coast list. Like you
the illest nigga walking.
Yeah, I'm global.
You the illest nigga walking.
Yeah, so I'm just saying, but that's how you attack the game. These people are in the market, and how do I break into a market? I remember Jay-Z said in this rhyme, he said he gonna use the female, and he gonna go next thing you know, he gonna run that city.
Right.
Now if I go over, I tap into that market. I deal with these dudes. We swap out markets. That's what it is. This is all they doing in the game right now. That's why Atlanta got it so high, because they swap out their market. Future gonna jump on something with Drake, because Drake and Future, you know, it makes sense.
Right.
All right, they gonna throw Young Thug in the mix. Boom, it's gonna make sense.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? It's gonna make sense. You got your family, you got family. Everybody gonna be excited to see the deal.
When I get mad, it ain't pretty. These niggas pussy, they kittens. Crumbin' that bitches get written. Got a mop on me, bitch, I ain't slippin'. All that hate left a piss in the shit. Hit him up, man, I tore up his kidneys. You know I came for shit. Be reppin' the gang, little bitch. All that hate will train you, bitch. Have I holler my name and shit. Have you don't wanna claim a bitch. She be giving me brains and shit. Talk about saying, Nabule, have a speaking different languages. Man, I be trippin', I send them to see. Man, they get buried for all of that hate. Man, I'm the realest, they think I be fake. They don't know right, but you won't be a patient. Think it's a can, you go see your maker. Get some insurance, call out the ticket. Sweet as a cookie, homie, I'm a bacon. 24/8, nigga, like a Laker. Bah!
The haters up, still dreaming, I ain't great enough. Bought another Bentley for the sleepers just to wake them up. The haters up, still dreaming, I ain't great enough. Bought another Bentley for the sleepers just to wake them up. The haters up, still dreaming, I ain't great enough. Bought another Bentley for the sleepers just to wake them up. The haters up,
I see you, New York. Heartfelt. Man was slid in the Bentley, I'ma slide in the Tesla. Cause the vibe they was hating, I just glide like Drexler. Two-stepping through the pressure, then he bopping with the heckler. Marquis with the vapors, Hank Everett with the majors. Get clipped, try to fade us, legendary like the pager. Drippin' on the flavor, let that cold cup land it. Man, it fresh like baby, I'm the #1 stunner. Bling bling like Jizzle, lights out like Wiz. Niggas be faking, them niggas be hating, so you just shoot 'em and shoot 'em again. Niggas be bitches, them niggas be hating, so you just shoot 'em and shoot 'em again. Niggas be snaking, them niggas be faking, so you just shoot 'em and shoot 'em again. Niggas be hating, niggas be hating, niggas be bah, bah.